I have been audited by calls from well-meaning Edolites, friends and foes alike. People have been calling me, telling me that Governor Senator Okpebholo is working and is making very, very studious effort to getting Edo better. I should let him be. I should stop the criticism and I should join his government to making Edo work. In fact, a lot of them says he's putting so much effort to hitting the ground running, and it seems to be he may just become Edo best governor ever. There are videos of him visiting and inspecting ongoing projects. There's an appropriation bill that has now been passed into law. There's a video I saw online of a proposed flyover after he mentioned that he was going to have 3 flyovers in Benin or in Edo State. I can't be very sure now. Somebody did a video and said the Rama Park machines and caterpillars already at work. While I don't have a problem with all of these, I've had to respond to a few of them. For some of us, it is much more than just working. It is about the processes. I think, as a matter of fact, that irrespective of the governor's interest to work for the good of Edo people, some of us are challenging the process that makes things work. And that is the challenge that we see in our system these days. We are yet to have seamless processes. We are yet to have legal structures that help to back up processes that would ensure that the will of the people and the thoughts of the ordinary citizen will come to materialization. The problem is not with him. And if it is to be said, I'm sure Okpebholo did not rig himself to power. He probably doesn't even have that power. You could see from afar that he's a good man who was just privileged to have been put into office by circumstances, and some of which were sins that were committed and then sins that were omitted, so to speak. However, just like having somebody goes anywhere and pick up a university degree and comes to work in your company, and after you discovered that there is a challenge with the degree, or maybe it was fake or forged, you say it doesn't matter, after all he's working already. Some of these things have got a longer or deeper perspective than usual. I'm not trying to claim being a saint, but I've realized that the reason why we are where we are as a people is because our processes are yet to be clean and transparent. We should have processes that are accountable to the people, and people are accountable to the processes. As much as we had one of the best civilian government of Olusegun Obasanjo, some of us still hold him to ransom for the unclear, unaccountable, not transparent elections and sometimes appointments he had in his government. But the excuses for those of us that are students of government and politics is that Obasanjo was receiving the baton from the military, and he himself, being a former military administrator, may not have totally detonated himself from a lot of the military tendencies, and therefore he did his best. Also, it is also been argued that the 1999 constitution that Olusegun Obasanjo may have managed the country with was written by the military as a decree, hidden from the politicians and only made available to them after they were sworn into offices. So most likely, there are going to be a lot of authoritarian, totalitarian, and quite unitarian tendencies that were in that constitution. And though the man tried his best, he still had it. Of course, look at his interest for a third term. We think, as right about now, that we should have grown to having a people constitution, a democratic constitution. Currently, we still have the president deciding everything in this country. See, the most powerful black man on earth. We think things should get better. So while I don't have a problem with Okpebholo as governor, and I hope he does better, you may likely not see me coming to sing his praise on social media, because I think we need to get our processes right. He is not my problem. Our processes, our system is my problem. And anybody that benefits of such would always, may likely, get a bit of bash up. I don't hate him. I wanted to get better. But if we continue to say it doesn't matter how they come in, as long as they work, then we'll have a problem. People like us, who may not be privileged to have been rigged into office, who may not be privileged to have the powers to manipulate, who may not be sons of godfathers that can get us anywhere, may never have a chance. I want to have a chance or a shot at our leadership spectrum in the nearest future. And I am demanding that our processes get better. Our processes must get better. We are not comfortable yet. We have grown. We're more than 60 years. We cannot continue to make excuses. Nobody should tell me that no election has been free and fair before, so we can't have free and fair elections. Of course, somebody said there are no free and fair elections anywhere. Even America is still complaining of... Come on. Let's be fair to ourselves. We still have elections where people know the winners 2 months before and they say go to court and nothing will happen. We need to get better. We need to have our elections. We need to have INEC truly independent. We need to want to have an election where we can go to the polls with confidence. Look at what happened in Ondo. Mad voter apathy. We saw videos of people people going to sell their vote is an indication of lack of trust for the system and process. People say our vote doesn't count anymore, so why will I kill myself even if it's 5,000? Let me collect it, that'll be enough for me. Because every day people queue in rains and queue under the sun and queue very unfortunate and uncomfortable weather. Inconvenient, so to speak. And the results still go the way the leadership wants. I think that Okpebholo may be a good man, but we are requesting, just like Peter Obi said, you cannot come to a house through the window and you now decide to sweep the house. Let's have the door cleaned. Let's have our electoral laws straightened. Let's have INEC truly independent. Let's trust our elections. When that happens, we will all sit here and say, yes, the election was deserved. There are a few elections in this country we'll look at and say, it was won truly. There are elections where the opposition didn't even go to court. Contesting against Adams Oshiomhole in 2012, General Charles Arabi would have known clearly that he was fighting against the odds. The whole of the state was solidly behind Oshiomhole because he had a sterling first term. These days, it's just like again the 2020 election of Governor Obaseki. It was magnificent. The 2011 elections of Okpebholo Jonathan. There are a few elections we can look at and say, credible enough. But you see, just like the story of Nigeria, it is always one step forward and 100 steps backward. We cannot continue like this. I love Edo State. I want Okpebholo to succeed, but I request that our processes be sanitized. Elections in Nigeria can actually be better. That's what I mean. Thank you.